Hello munchkins, welcome back to my channel with me, Sheena. So I thought I'll do like a mini update of the direction I want like my channel to take. So I'm making like a few changes, but the channel is going to be mainly still centered on recipes and food and all that stuff, but I'm just going to be diverting it a bit. So I'm going to be doing like a bit more of like casual videos. Now when I say casual, I mean I'm going to be doing more kind of like simplified recipes. So basically like kind of documenting what I eat basically. So like a what I eat in a day sort of thing, because every time I share like on Instagram like breakfast recipes or like a lunch recipe or a dinner recipe, like you guys seem really engaged in that. Like last, I remember like I shared this coffee milkshake thing that I did, which was just like literally like I just had the ingredients and I kind of just swept it out of my mind because I was craving like something sweet and like coffee. And also you guys asked me what coffee I used, and I was like, it's just regular coffee, like it's just instant coffee. And a lot of you seemed really engaged in that, and you're like, oh, you didn't know you could make like your own milkshake at home? And I was like, oh, okay. Like I didn't know that was a thing. And then I did like a sweet potato fry sort of recipe again on Insta stories. A lot of you guys DM'd me and asked me about it, so I've just realized the simple recipes I seem to be sharing on Insta stories seem to be working, so I figured why not make them part of my YouTube channel, so that way it's going to be like a what I eat in a day series, and then hopefully this way it will give you guys like some inspiration of like different meals that you could be making. And also for this kind of like casual feel what I eat in a day kind of recipes, they might not always have like the full recipes, so I'm looking at it more of like an inspiration and ideas that you guys can see how to combine your meals with what is already in your fridge or pantry, so that way like you're kind of getting new ideas with what you already have. You don't feel like the urge of going to get out new ingredients. So I'm hoping it's something that you guys are going to enjoy. And then on top of the regular recipes and the what I eat series, I'm going to also be adding like cooking tips, kind of like kitchen tips, storage tips, all that stuff like with the kitchen, just simple things and simple ideas that you guys can do at home to basically just improve your cooking or your storage when it comes to like things like different herbs or spices, that sort of thing. And as part of the tips, I'm also going to be sharing my own experiences being a chef here in Kenya. So like maybe for some of you maybe who want to take like cooking as a career like seriously, so I'm going to be sharing my own experiences and maybe some tips that you can look into doing if it's something that you want to pursue career wise, being a chef. And finally, the last thing I'm going to be sharing on my channel is my own documentation of my own health and weight loss journey. So it's something trying to get into and trying to be more mindful of my current weight, because it's just been it's been piling on. And being a chef and eating delicious food, and I feel like losing weight, I don't feel like they go hand in hand because it's like so hard. But anyway, so I figured I'm going to do like a documentation of that as well, and this is more for me than for you guys, because I just want it to be like a space whereby I can be more accountable to myself. So I just figured if I have like a documentation, I can look at it later on where I started and where I am. I just feel like I'll be more accountable. So I'll be sharing like the recipes that I'm eating and everything else that I'm doing to be a bit more healthy and to shed a few pounds. Oh, and I'm also considering sharing other small things I might be interested in. If you watched my moving video where I shared some kitchen tips and some moving tips, like if you're moving out, how to pack glasses, that sort of thing, I also shared at the end of the video that I had gotten plastic plants. So I have since graduated from plastic plants to real plants, aka exhibit A. So I'm going to be sharing like how I've been taking care of them and the plants that I have. I'm hoping I won't kill any of them, but it's going to be like a journey. So I'm considering sharing that to be just some of the interests that I've currently picked up. As a matter of fact, you guys can actually comment down below and let me know some of your interests or some of the interests that you have perhaps picked, or you're currently just really feeling or really getting into, or your hobbies in general. So comment down below and let me know, because who knows, I may just learn a thing or two from you guys and actually want to try one of your interests for myself. So I hope you guys will come on the journey with me, and if you feel like the new changes I'm making towards the channel as something that you might resonate with, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye! Or some of your personal interests or hobbies. Hobbies, yeah, damn.